morning, folks. Starting to get a little frustrated with all this shit. That's Lompoc high. Screen left right there, folks. Kind of a bummer. Kind of a bummer. Welcome to Vandenberg rocket launches. We're gonna make our way out to base. Kind of looks clear out there, but it's one of these, which is a good thing, especially if you're down here in the valley. In the Lompoc Valley, you can see it a little bit. And thank you for tuning in this morning, folks. Get our early morning drive around the town in. Over there for the Lompoc Flower Festival. It's all closed, of course. I don't think it starts until 8 or 9 this morning. Then everybody will start showing up. And today is the last day. I think it ends at like 2 or 3 today. I don't remember. In the last few years. When we first moved up here, yeah, we went every year, but like I said in the past video, once they put that fence around it and made you pay to get in, it wasn't worth it anymore. And just like everything else, it's not how it was in the past. The, homemade trinket people got taken over by the Chinese 99-cent toys. You still got a handful of homemade trinkets, but not many. People you haven't seen forever, people you don't want to see for another forever. Yeah. I don't know. But we're heading out towards surf now. See what the conditions look like out here. As you can kind of see, it looks like there is some clearing. You can see a little bit of blue sky out there. Oh, is that the old guy? Looks a little bit too all over the road to be the old guy. Yeah, we're driving out to the, oh no, that's not him. Watch out for the bicyclist either way if you're driving out here. It's like that guy's wearing a Tyvek suit. But he looks like a field worker, so that means he's going out to spray or something. They only usually wear those Tyvek suits when they're going out to spray. Oh, look, a little bit of a flower field right there. Not what it used to be. Oh, look, there's a big flower field out there. They used to grow the flowers for seed and for sale out here. Oh, they already got the road closed. So we might not be going out. We'll see though. The launch has already been moved an hour. It was originally scheduled for like 8:30. Now it's scheduled for 7:30. Now it's scheduled for like 8:40. So if I would have got out here maybe an hour ago, the road would have still been open. Can't really see him right now, but every once in a while I can see the red and blue lights from the top of the police car. Gotta get here early, folks, and don't expect, like last night, went to bed, time said 7:30. Wake up in the morning, it says 8:30. So don't think you could just wait. No, go with that first time, because that's what the police go off of, and that's usually when they come out here. And they'll just hold the closure until the rocket goes or until it's a scrub and they're told to leave. There was one vehicle down there on Renwick. Got a handful of cars out here right now. They got a couple hours to wait. Nevada, probably a rental. Well, road's closed. Another Nevada plate, most likely a rental car. But you never know. after looking at rephrase that, as of 10 minutes ago, and more like 15 because we've been streaming for 11, I guess. But about 15 minutes ago, when I finished getting gas, I checked the live webcams. Danger Mon webcam looked like it's starting to clear up. Harris Grade, which is screen left up there on top of the hillside, you can see it, but it's hazy. So I don't know. It's the fog's at this weird height where we'll most likely be able to see it leave the launch pad and go up into the sky a little bit. But once it gets, up in the sky, it's going to be impossible to see unless this fog burns off. Which we have a chance. We still got 2 hours to go. I don't know if it'll happen. I don't think it's supposed to get warm today. That would be the only. If it stays cool, this low clouds won't really go anywhere. They just hang out over Lompoc in the area mainly in the Lompoc Valley for most of the day. And then every once in a while, it'll burn off at like 1 o'clock, maybe noon. And then depending on which side of town you live on, it either comes back at 3 or 5. And then you don't have no sun for the rest of the day. Oh, those are going to be some cool blue flowers right there. They're starting to bloom. I'm sure if we came out like in the middle of the day when the sun's up, you'd see some blooms right there. Some nice blue flower blooms going on. It's too cold right now. No sun's out, so they're not. Oh, the buds aren't open yet. The flowers aren't open yet. I planted some poppies in my front yard, and it's kind of cool when I leave to work in the morning. They're all closed up. When I come home from work, they're all open, getting as much sun as they can. Going yet. We're gonna head up toward Harris right now, see what it looks like up there. Stop and go through the chat, see if there's anybody chatting yet. Once again, thanks for joining us on Vandenberg rocket launches this morning, folks. I appreciate it. Cruising around like you. As it is a what do I call it? before I started live streaming these the way I do. This is my normal routine pre-launch. Leave the house about 2.5 hours before launch. Start cruising around. Usually what I do is do a little video from everywhere. One from out wherever the closure was, 13th today, sometimes Surf Beach. Then I drive up to Harris Grade, do another little video from there about the conditions. Is where I could do short videos. I'm thinking about going. There's plenty of time too, so theoretically if I just hang out here in town, this overcast could potentially burn off. Not to say it will, but you never know. There is a chance it will burn off. Again, good morning, folks. Thanks for tuning in to Vandenberg Rocket Launches. Sorry, folks. It's early. I'm sitting here quietly, just thinking. I'm just glad to see that. What I find interesting, I cannot get Streamlabs to hook up to my Facebook account so I can multi-stream. I think I'm just doing something wrong trying to connect them. But the interesting part is it wouldn't connect to my Facebook, but at the same time, oh, that's a range. At the same time, if you were watching the last video, the last live stream, I had a little section in the right corner of the live stream that said like names and subscribers on the Facebook Facebook group, the Vandenberg Rocket Launches Facebook group. I thought it was interesting and I cleared it. I did a test stream last night and it was gone. And then I logged on this morning and got ready to go and it popped back up. And once again it said we cannot stream to Facebook Live, which is a bummer because I wanted streaming to Facebook Live. That way those people that are over on Facebook and don't want to come to YouTube don't have to. They can watch it over there. There's a lot of people over there on the Facebook page. Oh, look. Somebody's behind us. Coyote. Oh, it's got something. It's got something out there. Coyote! I think last time we were driving around, last video, there was a coyote there, if I'm not mistaken. I'm telling you folks, this area up here is a wildlife habitat like no other. It really isn't. It's like any other wild habitat place, but there's just so many protected areas over here to the screen right. The La Purísima Mission is over there, and that's all. It's a state park, even though it's not the actual La Purísima Mission. It's a recreation. The original is like on South E Street, or no, F or G, somewhere in there. But it's just rubble. There's a couple spots where it's like, you know, half-ass of a building. Most of it's all laying down on the ground, but yeah, there is a couple, you know, destroyed buildings sitting there that you can go see. But over here, to all of this, what we're in now is an ecological preserve. So you're not supposed to ride bikes or motorcycles. I think they even cut horses out of it. Burton Mesa Ecological Preserve, and it's all of this around here, which on both ends, over here to screen right there's a neighborhood, over here to screen left there's a neighborhood. To screen left is Cabrillo High School, Vandenberg Village, and all of that. Over to screen left is this, I think I had them backwards. Screen left is the high school, screen right is the mission and the golf course and all of that. So there's trails that you can hike all through these hills here. They're fun. nice little workouts because it's in the dune area. It makes for a good workout because you're on like nice packed service roads, and then you're on real soft sand. So yeah, it makes for a good workout. I haven't done it in a while. I used to do it every weekend. Wake up, go out to the mission, do a quick lap around the lower loop and the upper loop. I think it would, the way I would do it, it would end up being just over 6 miles. And you run into all kinds of animals, bobcats, snakes, coyotes. Never saw a mountain lion. See one car up at Harris right now. That's it. And it's a hazy view from here. So if you come up to Harris, it's not going to be a good viewing spot this morning. So once we get up here, I'm going to check the webcams. See what it looks like out at Jalama and Dangermon, and we might be going out there again, folks. Yeah. Unless the fog burns off here in town, this is going to be a shitty view from up here on top of Harris Grade. So with that in mind, with it not being the best view, second best is noise and feel. So you'll want to hear it and feel it. So that's when you go down along Ocean. Park anywhere along Ocean. Oh, man, all these cars are hidden. Couldn't even see them. Wow. I forgot to count, but that's a nice little number of cars out there. Telling them, need to put a camera up here. Well, it doesn't matter. You're not allowed to enforce the law anymore, because somebody could be poor and unfortunate and destitute, so we're not allowed to enforce crimes because it could hurt somebody's feelings. Yeah. Anyways. Don't forget, folks, if you can, go all the way to the top of the road and make a U-turn and then come back down. Double yellow lines mean do not cross. If you didn't know, if that double yellow line right there had gaps on my side, that means I could cross it to go around a car. If the gaps are in the other side, that means they could cross the double yellow line. So, yeah, folks. Don't make a left across this if you're coming up the hill. Go to the top, turn around. And then, let's see. We're just going to make this quick because I do see the booster on the pad, but it's not like you'll be able to see it. got another Washington up here. And what looks to be in Arizona. All right. So. Yeah, you can't even see it. It's so hazy. You could see it with the naked eye barely, but you can't really see. You could see Slick 3, okay, and if you could see Slick 3, which is the white tower out there, you just look to the right of it, and then you'll see the pencil, the black pencil sticking up. That's booster 1088. But this is what it looks like out here right now. Just completely overcast. Now remember when we were down there, you could see some blue skies over yonder, out over the coast. You can kind of see it breaking up here above our heads. Sorry. But yeah, for now, that's what it looks like. Yes, sir.
Do you know where the launch is?
Yeah. You see there's real faint white tower out there?
Oh, shit.
Like way out. You see the ridge line, how it goes down?
Okay, yeah.
If you look like directly in front of us, do you see that white tower?
Yes.
Look to the right of it, along the ridge line, you'll see a black pencil sticking up.
Oh, yeah.
That's the pad in the booster.
Okay. So it's
right there.
But it's a little bit too cloudy, or?
Yeah, hopefully it'll break up. I highly doubt it will too much. See, there you go right there, folks. Don't be those fucking idiots, sorry.
What? Oh, what? What
because you're making a left on a blind corner. If somebody's coming down here, they're going to get T-boned. And everybody likes to turn in here as slow as humanly possible.
Yeah, that's true.
But one of them's a rental car too, it looks like.
But you don't think it will clear up?
Nah, we got an hour and a half to go. Honestly, you have an accent, so I'm assuming you're not from around here.
I'm not from around here, yeah.
I would go to Ocean.
To Ocean?
If I was you. Because if this is going to be your only chance to see one, I would go down there so you could see it, hear it, and feel it.
But
all
Ocean,
right there.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, where's that?
Just take this street all the way down to the far south end of town, make a right, and go out until you see the road closure.
Okay.
And just park out there. Okay. I think that would be, you would have more fun out there.
Yeah, and you could see the lounge there as well.
You'll be able to see it for a little bit.
Yeah.
But you'll be closer. You'll be able to see it and hear it and feel it.
Okay.
Put in.
Let me see. Ocean. Or
Ocean Avenue.
Ocean Avenue. Oh. Let's see. This.
Yeah. Try that one. No, that one's too far. Here. Go back to your map.
Yeah.
Zoom out.
Oh,
you're still down in Santa Barbara.
Here. Yeah.
All right. Right there.
Right there. Okay.
That's where you want to go.
Ocean Avenue here.
Yep.
Okay, and then
you
can see everything?
Yeah, not everything, because up here you can see the pad, you can see it leave.
Yeah.
But down there you got to wait for it to clear the hillside.
Okay.
But like I said, you're closing. You're not going to be able to see unless this all burns off real quick. You're not going to be able to see much.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
You'll see the glow when it goes up, but once it gets in the clouds, it's gone.
Yeah, here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Even down there. But when I was down there 20 minutes ago, they're starting to get blue sky down there. Doesn't mean it's going to stay, but there was starting to be patches of blue sky. Down this road all the way there and make a right and follow it out.
Thank you very much.
Yeah. Where are you from?
The Netherlands. Amsterdam.
Netherlands.
Yes.
Oh. World Cup.
Yeah.
I told you, folks. World Cup people. We got to get it out there.
Thank you very much.
All right. Let's check the chat. I'll stick you guys that way to see what's going on. We'll pull the chat up. See if anybody's chatted. Uh-oh. Miss JC's on here. Good morning, Miss JC. Thank you very much. Don't know. Oh, they moved it to 9 o'clock now? Damn it. I was thinking about going out to Jalama again. Only because, as you could tell, it's overcast here right now. Man, 9 o'clock. I haven't eaten yet. Man. Okay. Yeah, folks, like I was telling that guy right now, 2 hours. Yeah. Like I was telling that guy right now, unless this fog burns off, up here on Harris Grade, it's not going to be the best view in the world. So I would almost suggest 1:59:28. Hang on a second. I got to switch my timer. Cancel. Oh, I'll stick that in there. 0, 1. Hang on, folks. Got to change the timer. 59. 0, 5. Done. Start. We're 3 seconds off. It's okay. But yeah, because of this overcast, it's not going to be the best to see from up here. So if you're going to venture on out here, that guy's from the Netherlands here for a World Cup. Like I said, everybody hashtag World Cup in the comments. Comment to make up a team. Who cares at this point? With some of the teams that are on in this year's World Cup, it's like, where the hell did this team come from? But yes, I would go to Ocean if I was up here and I was from not of this area and I had one chance to come and watch it. If it was foggy like this, honestly, I would go to go somewhere on Ocean so you can hear it and feel it. If you're dead set on seeing it, then that's when you got to be like me. Find webcams, all of that good stuff. See, I'm looking at the Dangermon cam right now. And there's one patch of blue out there that's starting to open up. Let's go check out, even though I'm up here, let's go check out the Harris Grade cam and see what it looks like. Yeah, it's actually, the ceiling's actually getting lower watching the webcam. So it'll probably thicken up here a little bit. But now let's go to the Jalama cam and see what's going on with that one. Jalama cam kind of sucks. Oh yeah, see, it's clearing up out there, so it's gonna burn up or burn off out there fairly quick, it looks like. Just sucks looking at the Jalama cam because they don't clean that lens. So you got to kind of know what you're looking at in order to know what's going on. Because it's hazy. Unless you, like me, I know. Good morning, Oscar. Nice to see you back. Oh, Miss Franco's back. Look, another idiot making a left across the lanes of traffic. One of these days it's going to happen. Somebody's going to pull in here and get T-boned. As far as I know, Oscar, there is no launch tonight here from Vandenberg. Unless it's an intercontinental ballistic missile, which I haven't heard anything of. And I don't think Firefly's launching yet. I haven't heard anything about that. Here, let me go look that up real quick. Let's just go look up Firefly Aerospace missions. Yeah, whatever. Yeah, nothing. The only thing they got coming up is their Blue Ghost mission. Yeah, and their Alpha Quick Sounder mission doesn't have a date on it yet. It doesn't even say to be announced or anything. It just says, you know, dedicated government launch, Alpha Rocket Slick 2, and that's about it. No date or no anything. Bummer. Come on, Firefly. Get your shit together. Let's get some launches going. All right. Well, we're not sitting here the whole time. And luckily, blah, 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 blah. And now, I'm not going to say it. I don't want to be cheesy like that. But, we got some gas. Thank you. You know who I'm talking to. So we got a little bit of driving around to do. We can do. I'm sorry, folks. I'm just thinking, where could we go next? Just to show, well, since we're up here, we might as well go to Providence Landing, right? So let's go down there and piss those people off. Oh, oncoming. Utah, Washington, Nevada. Bunch of Californians. Or California license plate. Oh, see, that oncoming turned in and parked. See? Don't forget, folks. Hashtag World Cup. And then make up a team and put it in there. Put in USA or, you know, your home country. Even if your home country isn't even in it. Just put hashtag World Cup. We got to get all these World Cup fans to come up here and watch a rocket launch. At least go somewhere in America and watch a rocket launch. That's if you're here. You could be down in Mexico or up in Canada. But if you're here in America, come see a rocket launch. And then drive into Lompoc and spend a little bit of money. Again, we're in a beautiful time for animal crossings. We already saw a coyote. Rewind to about, I don't know, 15-20 minutes when I first started driving up Harris Grade. Just after you leave Lompoc, there's a coyote out in the field over here, and looked like he was pretty damn close to catching something. See? Keep getting that damn song stuck in my head. Everything is wonderful now. It's fair season up here in Santa Barbara County. And this, I I don't know what they call it. I call it the Santa Maria Fair, but I think it's called like the Santa Barbara County Fair or something like that, but it's up in Santa Maria because that's the largest city by population in Santa Barbara. But anyways, they have concert night and Everclear's coming. I kind of want to go to that show, even though it's in the middle of the week. But yeah, kind of want to go to it. My wife and I went a while back when Eddie Money played there. That was actually a pretty good show. We were going to Providence. Supposed to turn back there. We got plenty of time. That's all right, Oscar. There's actually so many damn launches now, it's kind of hard to keep track of which one is where. That's why I just focus on Vandenberg. Because I ain't going to lie, I used to do my note cards and be about a quarter of the way through it and then realize, oh, wait, this is Florida. Never mind. So I would have to start over. And I don't even really, unless it's like, not even crude mission, unless it's something special, I don't really watch launches from Florida anymore. What's the point? I got my own in my own backyard. And I kind of like these ones better. Yes, I would like to go out to Florida one day. Maybe when they do the fling golf tournament in Florida, I'll try to schedule a trip out there. Kill two birds with one stone. Go play in another fling golf tournament. That's another thing, folks. If you want to get out on a golf course, or you do get out on the golf course and you suck at playing golf, you know, 10, 15 over par, chasing your ball all around the course. One of these days I'm going to do a video of either myself and my son out playing fling golf. But go look up fling golf. Yeah, you might look at it at first and go, this is ridiculous. But then when you pick up a stick and you go out and play, it's like, wow, this is fun. And to a certain extent, this is pretty damn easy. There's a little 9-hole that I play here, and I've played it for 20 years. I average walking around the course. I averaged cheesehead. Walking around the course, I'd average in between 1.25 miles and 1.5 miles, chasing one ball around the course, or playing like a scramble with two balls. You know, pick up the worst one, play the best one. But either way, now playing fling golf, and I play two balls, and for the most part I'm just at 3/4 of a mile, just under it, by maybe a couple hundred yards, depending on how I play that day. And I used to shoot 10 or 12 over. Yes, I know. On a little 9-hole course, that's a lot. But now, with fling golf, I'm only at the most 3 or 4 over. And when I go play the big course, La Purísima, I'm actually doing really good at that course now. That's about the same, 9 or 10 over. All right, we're on Constellation. That's our continuation high school. Who knows what's going to happen to it? They're supposed to tear it down and build employee housing because teachers don't get paid enough. So they want to build housing for them right there, which I don't know. Quit worrying about transgenders and all that shit and just teach our kids something. Not that, like, you know, history, arithmetic, science. Teach them something. Quit telling them you could be anything you want to be. No, you can't. That's bullshit. My mom wanted to be a firefighter, and what did I do? I laid my big ass in the living room and I said, pull me out. And then guess what? She didn't be a firefighter. I know that's horrible to say, but would you want to be the woman that can't pull a grown man out of a fire and he ends up dying? Or would you rather have somebody that can do it and you don't have to worry about it? Okay. So we're out here at Providence Landing Park. Oh, come on. Don't tell me it's going to do this shit again. Oh, no. There it goes. Where is it? It's above the palm tree. Okay. So above that palm tree right there, that's Slick 3. You can see slightly see the tower. And then just to the right of the tower, you could see the booster peeking up along the ridgeline. But as you can see, it's still all overcast here. Granted, we're only like 3 or 4 miles from Harris Grade. Probably less than that as the crow flies. But this is the view from Providence Landing. Like I said, kind of foggy, kind of overcast. Here, let's see if I can hold still enough. You could see it's blowing, it's moving right along. It's blowing through quickly. Whether it's blowing in or blowing out, I don't know. But it is moving along. Almost looks like there's some spots where blue could be coming through soon. But who knows? Everything is wonderful now. Rosa, did you pick up? Miss Franco, did you pick up on that? Because I noticed your comment came right after Jason's. Oh, be cheesy. So I'm assuming you saw what I saw, what you saw, what I saw. Yeah, I kind of do see, Oscar, I kind of do see SpaceX or Elon putting star bases everywhere, the Starship. because he wants to use it as a transportation vehicle around the Earth, which that would be kind of crazy to make it from here to let's just go off of, they're going from Florida to just off or in the Indian Ocean, just off of India, and they do it in like, what is it, an hour and a half, 2 hours? Travel around halfway around the world in 2 hours. I like I'm weird, as you know, but I like sitting in my backyard watching the airplanes fly over, and then I look at where they're coming from, and you see some of these planes that are on a 14-15 hour flight, and it's like, oh hell no, I ain't sitting in a plane for that long. I have a hard time sitting in a plane for 2 or 3 hours. I'm 6'5", almost 300 pounds, 290, something like that. And I hate sitting in those seats for longer than... The Vegas flight is the only flight I like, and we're in a seat for an hour and a half maybe. And that's from the time you board to the time you debark the plane. It's literally an hour and a half. We dropped our daughter off at the airport one day. This was at Santa Maria Airport, so it was a little bit different. But we dropped her off at the airport to go back to Vegas. I pulled up flight radar. Her plane took off. We kind of watched it leave a little bit. Not too long, maybe 4 or 5 minutes after it left the ground, we watched it. Like I said, had flight radar on. So we tracked it, and by the time we weren't even home yet, we were in the middle of town, and her plane had landed. We decided to go by Liquor Emporium before we went home. And as we were at Liquor Emporium, we get a call from our daughter. All right, I'm home, or she wasn't home yet, but she was off the plane, in the terminal. Ex-husband had picked her up, and she was on her way home. But it was kind of irritating to see her make it all the way back to Vegas faster than we could drive home from Santa Maria. Yeah, it was quite a bummer. So then we decided, yeah, we're going to start flying. Well, our first flight out there, I think it was, we went to leave Santa Barbara, and it was a 2-hour flight delay, 3-hour flight delay, something like that. And then when we came back from Vegas, it was a 6-hour flight delay. Yeah, we only had 2 good flights. I almost got in a fight one time. During COVID, some kid kept coughing and taking his mask off during the flight. And yeah, he started hacking all over the plane, and my wife was like, if I get sick, I'm gonna get pissed. So I told the guy to put his mask on. And he said, I don't have a cold, I'm a smoker. And I told him, I don't give a shit. If I gotta wear it, you gotta wear it. Put it on. And then he just sat there staring at me. And one of my favorite lines of all times I've ever said was, don't stare at me unless you're gonna kiss me, bro. And the lady he met, you could tell they had been out all weekend raving. Their hair was all oily and greasy. They just looked burnt out. You could tell they had been up for a couple days. And you know, all the beads on their arms was a dead giveaway that they were ravers. So they were probably coming down off of E or whatever. And she started freaking out. Stop! Stop! And then he got on the phone acting like a tough guy, like he was on the phone with his friends. Yeah, man, we're pulling up right now. I'll see you in the whatever it's called. And I got worried for a split second. We got off the plane and there was a group of 4 guys standing there. And he said what's up to him, like, I guess trying to throw me off the trail. Because he obviously was sitting right in front of me. And you guys know how planes work. Got to kind of fall in line. And when the person in front of you starts walking, you start walking. So the whole time, I told my wife, you do not stand up next to him. I want to be between you and him in case he gets stupid. And as soon as I stood up, I think he realized, oh yeah, this might not be the guy I want to mess with. Because he was a little guy. Those little Napoleon syndrome guys, you got to watch out for them though. They'll start biting and scratching and kicking you in the shins. You see how soccer players get when they get kicked in the shin. They roll on the ground, start crying, so it must hurt. I don't need no little Napoleon kicking me in the shins. Then we get in the car and my wife looks at me and she goes, did you really tell him don't stare at me unless you're going to kiss me? I'm like, what? Sounded good at the time, didn't it? She goes, yeah, but how was I supposed to keep myself from laughing? Like, you should have. You should have just laughed and then he would have known I am crazy. My own wife laughing at me for saying something like that. But everything was fine. It was actually a guy that works here in Lompoc was on the plane with us. And he was like, I had my earbuds on. I'm sure you saw. I was like, yeah, I saw you. He goes, but I was just listening to you. And when I heard you tell him that, this guy actually is pretty cool. I guess somebody was getting robbed. And this dude ran up and punched him. He's a former boxer or something like that. But laid the dude out. But he was like, yeah, I heard you guys going at it, and I thought it was funny. And then I heard you say, don't stare at me unless you're going to kiss me. Because I just turned my music on because I knew you had it all under control. That was one of the best flights of my life. And thank God it was only 45 minutes in the air. Here you go, JC. It's still Lompoc starting to wake up. 7:30. The early morning church people are on their way out to get their donuts for church. Oops. Fireworks stands are set up all over the place. Safe and sane fireworks because it is California, you know. I don't know. It doesn't really make much sense to me. Let's have fireworks in the most dangerous, well, August, September is the most dangerous time of year. But when everything's dry, I don't think last year before last, we had a little brush fire that broke out on the south end of town. The city's gonna love me saying this. They got these signs around here. There's another fireworks stand. Safe and sane fireworks. Blah 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 blah. No illegal fireworks. Which is funny because the year before last, they openly said we're not gonna enforce any laws for if you bring, mortar shots and stuff like that. The police department said we're not enforcing it. And it became crazy. There's my church's fireworks stand right there. If you're coming up here on the 4th of July and you want to spend, or in the next week, because I think, is it next? Well, shit. It should be today, right? Yeah, they should be opening today. Because they're usually only open for a week. The week of 4th of July. But come by this fireworks stand in the Aldi's parking lot and pick your fireworks up from here. Of course, it's all fundraising. That's, I don't know what they're technically fundraising for, whether it's the church. We're going to make our way over to Ryan Park real quick. Drive around that so you guys can see the flower festival. I don't think it's opened yet today, for today. Just sitting, driving around thinking about it. Maybe that's why they put a fence up around the fair. Because without the fence and all their people, those people's trinkets, maybe people were to spend all kinds of money on security. There's our, should be historic movie theater right there. It's been closed since, I don't know how long, since before we moved up here. I think at one point we even donated some money to that project, and it still just sits there. I would like to see Quentin Tarantino take that movie theater over and have like film festivals there, but reel to reel, old school, no digital. Film it on a reel to reel camera and we'll show it there. Instead of all these new, oh, we're going to use AI, or I'm going to film this movie using my iPhone. No. Uh-oh. That guy looks like a handful. It's morning time. Those guys shouldn't be out and about yet. Yard sale, otherwise known as a garbage sale. And thank you for joining us again this morning, folks. Don't forget to hit that like, subscribe, share, tell all your friends, turn your notifications on, and come along for the drive around Lompoc, through Lompoc. This is pre-events. I vote car number 33. Oh, we got the little. What do we got? An hour and 26 minutes. I might need some power steering fluid. It looks kind of, the last couple years right here in this parking lot, they would have a big old, like, the fair people would have a little food vendor right there in the middle, but I don't see him today or this year, so I came back around because I noticed this decorated for the parade yesterday. That's pretty cool. Uh-oh. Everybody's waiting on me. What do we got? Hour, 24 minutes. I don't think we're going all the way out this time. We've already been out there, and it's a no-go. They closed the road already. Everything is wonderful now. This is the Victory Outreach fireworks stand. And they kind of look like they're setting up for their fireworks today. And those in front of us, those trailers and everything you see, those are, well, most of them aren't food vendors. Oh, Gregory, be nice. It is Lompoc, but it's not as bad as Carpinteria. All right. No, Robin. That's why I'm live streaming. There is a launch today. In an hour and 22 minutes. Actually, JC, it's my second trip around town this morning. Yeah, we are the home of murals. I don't know if you could still get it or not, but we used to have a mural map where you can go park in Old Town Lompoc and walk around and see all kinds of a map that shows you all the murals. We'll go cruise by some of them real quick. Thanks for mentioning it, Gregory. And they're everywhere. They're just sporadically thrown up. There's one right there on that wall. Lompoc beans have always had that flower thing set up. There's one of our murals that we just passed. That one's all dilapidated. That's why you need the mural map, because there's a couple of alleys that are just full of murals. We'll go down two of them right now. See, there's a mural right there. A historical mural. There's that one on that wall. There's that one over there on that wall. Now we're on I Street. If you keep going up this, you end up in Megalito Canyon. We did a little trip up there last time. And then you got Mural Alley, which you got all these murals right here. more murals, more murals. You know, more murals, more murals. Oh, there's the crazy guy again. Walking with some authority across that street. And you got the Chumash mural, the Ag mural, the tragedy at Honda Point. This is what I was talking about when I went up last video to the last video up Megalito Canyon. Right up there is our Veterans Memorial. These people's garage doors have murals. These garage doors have murals. This whole building's a mural, but it's a gallery. And this is only some of them. That's only right there on the Old Town Lompoc side. There are murals. There's a big one right there on that side of the building. All around here. If you stop here in Old Town Lompoc, H and Ocean area, and just walk around, there's one, a big one right there. A couple of them actually. There's one right there. Our old Temperance mural. It shows a bunch of ladies pulling down a house. That's actually happened here in Lompoc. And then a couple. I don't think they've had one like a big old mural party in a while. Every once in a while they'll get like a mural party together to redo one or do a new one. There's another one on that building about the mission. And now we're heading east on Ocean. One of our 3 Starbucks. We're passing City Hall now. Hour and 16 minutes. All right. We're gonna have to pull over here. Check webcams, check comments, see what's going on. Uh-oh. 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 Where is it? There it is. All the murals are back there around the center of town. Or not the center, but the center of Old Town. Individually, there's probably over 100 of them. I gotta see what the webcams look like to determine where we're going. It's still a little, still foggy. All right, let's hit the, oh, Eagles up in Bayside watching. Yep, road closed to ocean. Road is closed out to Ocean and Surf Beach, Ocean Park and Surf Beach. I don't know what time they closed it, but it is closed already. Yeah, hopefully it burns off. Oh yeah, promote it, Greg. Promote it. Carpinteria's Chalk Festival's coming up July 25th and 26th. Don't miss that. That's always a fun thing. And the Avocado Festival in Carpinteria. Yeah, I call it now the city of wine and weed. We got all kinds of wineries here, and we got a whole bunch of dispensaries, a whole bunch of manufacturing facilities. Yeah, I know. It's kind of interesting to see our murals don't have tagging all over them. Gotta respect the hoodlums for that they don't tag over our murals. Oh yeah, the Carpinteria Chalk Festival. They got chalk there for you. It's a free event. No fences like the Lompoc Flower Festival. And all the supplies are there and boxes are set up so you could draw your own chalk mural on the ground. $112. All right. Webcam. Let's see what Dangermon is looking like. It's not breaking up enough out there. It's still fog. Let me check the Jalama cam, see what that looks like. There is some blue skies out at Jalama. Still a little hazy, but there is blue skies. And here, okay, so since we're talking about, I was talking about the Carpinteria Chalk Festival. The cool thing about anything that goes on in Carpinteria, the train stop is literally at the end of everything. So when, excuse me for 1 second, need a sip of coffee. So when the Avocado Festival happens, since I live all the way up here in Lompoc, what we do is we drive down to Goleta and we hop on the train in Goleta. And if you catch it at the right time, the Goleta train is only 2 stops from Carpinteria, Santa Barbara and then Carp. And if you get to the train on the right train, the correct train, it's the first one out of Goleta, so it's usually empty. And then by the time you get to Santa Barbara, everybody from Santa Barbara jumps on the train and takes it down to Carp. And then once you get down to Carp, you literally get off the train, walk east out of the train station, and then once you get to the main drag, you literally look to your left and the road closure is right there for the beginning of Avocado Festival. The only thing that sucks about taking the train, when we went last year, the 5 o'clock train got pushed to 8 o'clock. So it was either sit there at the Avocado Festival for another 3 hours, which would have been fine, But my daughter was like, no, I'm ready to go. So she just ordered up an Uber. And we got an Uber from the Avocado Fest. Oh, somebody's cat got it. But we ordered an Uber. And for the Uber from Carp back to the Goleta train station was $40. It was $44 for our train ticket for 4 of us to go from Goleta, or from Carp to Goleta to Carp. So it's pretty much the same price, and it worked out perfect because, one, you don't have to drive down there, and it's kind of hard to find parking, especially during the Chalk and the Avocado Festival. Oh, wow. So it's kind of nice to just take the train down there. You could relax, kick back, have fun. Once you hit Santa Barbara, all kinds of people jump on the train because a lot of Santa Barbara people will just take the train down there. Last year when we went, I ran into a bunch of people I knew on the train. It was kind of funny. But then it makes it real nice to be able to just hop on an Uber to get back up to Goleta if you're ready to go home. No traffic, no dealing with the hot mess. You take the train, well, for us, coming back up here to Lompoc, take it to Goleta. Goleta train station's empty. For now, they're remodeling it, redoing it, putting in an actual big, huge train station. So even if you live down south, Simi Valley, where else does it stop? Moore Park, Oxnard, Ventura. Even if you're down south, you can hop on the train and bring it up. I probably shouldn't say this, but when we went last year, we bought our daughter bought the tickets online, and when we got on the train, there was so many people, the conductor never made it back to us to check our tickets. So I'm not going to say you can get on there for free, but they didn't check our ticket. I've only had that happen once when I was living up here on a ranch and the wife and kids were still down in LA. I would take the train back and forth to go home. And one time the train hit an ag truck crossing the tracks. So we had to sit in Oxnard for a few hours before they finished clearing the tracks. And I got on, and the conductor knew me because I rode the train so much. And he was like, just wait. I'll get your money from you in a little while. Because I got on in Goleta, and there's no ticket agent or anything there. So you would buy this is before they had the kiosk there. So you just buy your ticket on the train. And he told me, I'll wait. You gotta wait. I'll get your money in a couple stops. So when we left Ventura, he came up and he was like, hey, I'll get your fee once we leave Oxnard because we're gonna be there a while. And I was like, oh, okay. And then we got to Oxnard and he was like, yeah, I'll make you pay in Simi Valley. And that lasted all the way until Union Station. We got to Glendale Burbank Airport. And he was like, don't worry about it. This ride's on me since you're getting home so late. The funny part, that conductor lives in Santa Barbara. I've actually seen him a couple times. He's retired now. Good for him. minutes. Well, it's kind of cloudy. We're not going to have time to make it up to the top of Refugio. So we'll find something out here. Not here where we're turning into. This is one of my home golf courses. This is La Purísima Golf Club. Used to be a proving ground for the PGA. They used to have all kinds of qualifier tournaments here back in the day. Let's see what it looks like from the driving range. No, it's still too foggy here too. This is where I like to come play some fling golf. This is a pretty difficult course. The Canadian LPGA was here a few years back, and on Saturday, you know, PGA tournaments are usually 3 or 4 days long. But the women's PGA came up and said, "Thank you, but we won't be coming back to this course." Not because it sucks. It's actually a really well-kept course. Really beautiful course. But it's hard. It's a difficult course to play. And if you play later in the afternoon when the wind picks up, the course becomes a nightmare. But it's fun. I enjoy playing it. Looks like we might be going out to Old Faithful, folks. Or, I don't know, maybe we'll just go to Ocean. We're down to just about an hour to go. So we really got to start narrowing down where we feel like going today. Thank you for joining us again today, folks. Don't forget to hit that like, subscribe, share. Share the channel with all your friends and family. And let them know that we're out here live streaming rocket launches with a little drive around Lompoc. We're on the east end, technically out of Lompoc now. Now we're on Purísima Road, which is going to go right in front of the recreated mission. The hell was that? Looks like a brand new Chumash employee bus. Since when was it? Thursday morning, one of their buses was involved in a head-on accident. Oh, it is open. Damn it. I should have turned in there. That's the entrance to the mission right there. The mission is screened right behind all these trees. Recently had a Leonardo DiCaprio movie filmed here. I forgot the name of it. I was at the grocery store at Albertsons, and I could tell that this guy in there was working on it. And, you know, you don't know unless you ask. And he was getting like organic strawberries and grapes. You could tell he was getting fruit for the cast. Fruit and vegetables for the cast. And I was like, "Hey, you need any extras?" And he kind of looked at me like, what do you mean? I was like, "Well, obviously you're out there filming the movie. You're with the production crew. So do you need any extras?" "No, I think we got it all taken care of." "Oh, okay." You don't know unless you ask, right? Got to hit him up, see if he needs a helping hand out there. Maybe they needed a... Hey, what is this? That's brand new. That water tank right there. I don't remember seeing that before. I was going to say, there has been a fence with some stuff down there, so I guess they got a new well to water all the strawberries down there. Under an hour. We're under an hour to go till launch, folks. I'm gonna be completely honest. All right, so when I started this shit, it was all for fun and games to kind of irritate the warden because she started her own page. So I started my own page, and now it's turned into a YouTube channel that I live stream to all the time. But just seeing where I've come from having this small little YouTube channel that a handful of people would watch every once in a while to now seeing the community in the chats saying good morning and hello and how are you doing and what's up to each other is kind of cool. Oh, the coyote's still out there in the field. Could be a different one, but he's still out there. I was going to do an evasive maneuver, but I decided not to. But we're going to do it anyways. Hold on, folks. Evasive maneuver. He's looking at me. He's like, that's the same guy from earlier, huh? Okay. Let's see. Ooh, there's the post. There's the post. And there's the coyote. You see him right there to the left of the post? He's standing still right now. Oh, he's on the hunt. He's posted up looking at something. There's probably all kinds of crap out there. Snakes, gophers, squirrels, rabbits. See him? There. Oh, wait. Where is it? There he goes. He's on the move. He stopped again. He's looking around, looking for something to munch on. All right. Oh. Zoom out. Well, since we're on this Lompoc campus, I used to ride my bike up the bike path to the back end of the campus. Oh, look, it just stops right here. Oh, this might not be too bad of a spot one day either. All right, well, for those of you watching at home, and if you might ever come up here and look for a spot to watch a rocket launch, there's the Hancock Lompoc campus right there. There's the entrance to it, that stoplight. That curve in the road is the Lompoc Y turning down into Lompoc. You can kind of see Lompoc out there in the hills behind it. But there's our fire department training tower. But let's go right about here. If you look, you see that little low area in the trees right there? I'm going to zoom in between that. And right there in the center, you can barely see it, but right there, kind of see the pad of Slick 3. And then if you follow it to the right a little bit, you could see the booster on the pad. You could barely see it because it's too hazy. But the good news is, I was going to say it's kind of breaking up, but it's really not. But yeah, on a clear night, this may not be too bad of a spot. We'll have to come check this spot out one day, because when the rockets launch, woo, they go that way. Yeah, see, look. If you look in between the fog and the ridgeline, there's a little bit of blue sky out there. Not much. Just a little bit. Everything is wonderful now. All right. We're down to 50 minutes to go. I still have time to make it out to Jalama if I really want to. Let's see what the Danger Mon cam looks like real quick. You guys got to go over to the... Oh, yeah. See, it's clearing up out there. It's clearing up at the Danger Mon cam, but that typically means I could see the road. On the Danger Mon cam, if you know what you're looking at, oh, you could see the ocean from the Danger Mon cam. Go over to the Watch Duty app or Alert California, whatever it is. Look for the webcams. Go over to the East Coast or the West Coast. Zoom in and you'll see these blue dots. You got to toggle them on, though. You got to toggle on that you want to look at the webcams and see what they have to say. Yeah, see, the Jalama cam looks pretty good too. What should we do? See, that's what sucks, is these cameras don't look in the sky, so I don't know what the sky is officially doing. What, JC? You don't eat avocados? With the last name of Cruz, you'd think you would. Oh, you might be able to get to see it today, huh? JC, the clear skies down there for you? What the hell? Why'd you just do that? Uh-oh, the warden's on here. Yeah, I was thinking about seeing if it was clear. I was going to run into the clubhouse and see if I could get a golf cart just to go up on one of the hillsides of the course and live stream, but it's too foggy for that today. Let's see. Oh no, we moved, so I'm not gonna be able to see him. I got plenty of gas. Decisions, yes. Where to go and what to do. I don't know. If looking at the Danger Mon cam, it is clearing up out there. But the problem is the Danger Mon cam is one ridge over from the road, and it's up higher. So it's kind of deceiving when you're looking at the Danger Mon cam, because, oh yeah, it looks like it's clear out there. But then once you get out there, it's not clear. And we're down to 50 minutes, so I would have to haul ass out there, which I really don't want to do. I like taking my time driving. Oh yeah, and see, it's getting brighter and brighter. I went over to the Jalama cam right now, and you could see the beach. Can I do it? Can I do it? Will it work? That's the danger mon cam right now. You could see the sun is hitting the sand. The sand is lit up. You could see the ocean, which is a good thing. But I don't know how much we'll be able to see, so it's kind of like, oh, now this thing. Uh-oh, what's going on here? I think my, yep. Well, the mount just broke, folks. I guess I got to go home and buy a new mount at the end of today's live stream. All right, we're going to have to figure this out now. How are we going to hold this? I don't want to have the damn windshield wiper in the way, but we might have to, folks. All right, well, since that broke, we're not going out to Jalama. Because I don't feel like holding the damn phone the whole time I'm driving around, and that would be kind of dangerous. Especially on Jalama Road. That's not the smartest thing to do. Drive around holding my phone. Sorry, this is going to suck for you guys now. But don't worry, when I get home today, I'll go ahead and go buy a new mount. Let's see what Wiley's up to. Wiley's still out there hunting. Just to the right of that post. See him out there? Wiley E. Coyote. And what's funny, most people are driving by, not even seeing him out there. Ooh. It looks like he's looking at me. What the hell was that noise? Yeah. All right. All right. 46 minutes to go till launch. Move my Italian garlic out of the way. Told you guys I'm weird. I see Italian garlic and I gotta pick it because I love the way it smells. Yes, like garlic. Let's go this way. We're gonna go. If we would have went straight across Highway 1 right now, we would have been going to the future home of Space Camp, hopefully. It's two things. If you guys want to participate in the fun, hashtag World Cup and hashtag Pale Blue Dot Ventures. Hopefully they'll look and they'll be like, oh, people are watching and people are coming to watch these rocket launches. Maybe we should build Space Camp. And earlier in the live stream, oh, brush fire. Earlier on the live stream up at Harris Grade, we ran into somebody from Denmark who's here for the World Cup, but made their way over for a rocket launch, which is awesome. So hashtag World Cup. So hopefully we get more World Cup people watching and venturing out to watch a rocket launch, whether it's here, Florida. It doesn't sound like there's going to be one in Texas during the World Cup. So you got to go to Florida or here in Vandenberg, Lompoc, to come and see one. But I sent them out to Ocean because Harris Grade, too hazy. And I don't think it's going to burn off. I really don't. especially with 45 minutes to go, it would really have to heat up pretty quick for it to burn off. And from what I remember the news saying, it's not going to get that warm this weekend here. Yesterday and today was not hot. Nice and cool. And when it stays nice and cool in Lompoc, the fog does not leave. Well, at least I got somebody to donate to PayPal, so I'll have some extra money to go buy a mount when I get home. And I had some extra money to put fuel in the truck. Thank you very much, donator. If you happen to be watching and you want to say that you were the one, go right ahead. I'm not going to put you on blast. And if anybody's watching and I told you they donated, don't put them on blast. It's up to them to do. I just really appreciate it. And if anybody else wants to donate, on PayPal, Vandenberg Rockets. That's it. Just Vandenberg Rockets. Go ahead and leave $1 or $2. It's all gonna go toward this nonsense I call fun. Because I think this is fun. Everybody thinks I'm insane because I go out and I just drive around and show everybody what's going on. But a lot of people can't get here or just don't want to come. So you can somewhat live vicariously through my videos. You know, we've had several people watch the videos and now they have different viewing areas on their list to come and watch a rocket launch from. Which I think is awesome because, you know, the rockets go in the air. You could essentially watch them from anywhere. Some people want to feel it and hear it and get as close as humanly possible to it. So they try to make their way out to Surf Beach. Just stay in the public areas. Don't try to go behind fences or in no-go zones. Don't go trespassing. Where we are right now, you're legally not supposed to stop. This is a no stopping area, and unfortunately there are a couple good spots to see the rocket from along this road. But the problem is, it is base property, and directly ahead of us is the federal prison. So they don't like people stopping along here because every once in a while a prisoner escapes. So, you know, if you're stopped along the road, they think that you're picking one up, picking a prisoner up. See, I can almost haul ass out to Jalama real quick. I mean, Megalito. Because I see some blue sky at one part of it. But the problem with going out to Megalito, where the launch pad is, it could be blocked. The clouds could be covering the hillsides just enough where we won't see it. See, and this is the farm. The minimum security federal prison. And here the guys are exercising. Oh, look at that guy got a dog. Oh, two of them have dogs. I wonder if they're like training them or whoa. Watch out, Willow. That's the federal pen right there. Fast and the Furious, this is where he was. Uh-oh. Visiting day. I don't know. I wasn't the best person in the world as a younger kid, as a young man. Glad I didn't end up in there. Alright, we're down to like 39 minutes, so I think we might, it's a toss-up between Old Faithful and Ocean right now. We may just go out to Central and see what we see. We'll go by the frog pond, see if they're awake. I gotta go home and look up quad locks, or I forgot the one. Quad locks, the one I keep getting ads for on Facebook and YouTube. Mob armor is the one we used to get for work. They had them at all the supply houses. In the one company I worked for, it was mandatory you had to get one. Actually clearing up pretty good down here. Or Ocean or Central. Quite honestly, I may see where you guys are going and want me to go and go, nah, they don't know what they're talking about. But we'll see. We'll stop up here at the Frog Pond real quick and see what's going on. Since it is daytime, you can see the frog pond a little bit better. And it's going to be just like last time. The rocket's going to launch, and a half hour later, we're going to have clear skies. Member of the Facebook page, I refer to him as a professional photographer because the guy takes some damn good pictures. He came out here to surf to get a long exposure of the rocket taken off. But it was too foggy. And then once the rocket went and him and I were standing there talking after the launch, it was nice and clear. Let's see. Oh. You can kind of tell it's been nice and warm and sunny out here. No frogs. I don't hear any right now. There's the frog pond. There's a culvert over there that goes under the road. But this water just kind of sits here. And it essentially goes all the way where that big bush is right there. But the pad's over that way. On the other side of those hills in front of us. It's actually more over that way. Over in this direction. Alright. You guys got 4 minutes to leave a comment of where we should go. You can't see it because of the trees. Alright. So, you see that tree line in the foreground up here in the front? Oh, god damn it. Up here in the front. Where's my finger? Right there. That tree line. Well, you see that tree sticking up? Let's see. Center screen. Right behind it, you see that white stuff? That is the lower turnout for Harris Grade. And if you go slightly to the left, you see another little like white clearing. That's the upper lookout viewing area from Harris Grade. That's the one where I park up there. And then the one right in the center screen behind the trees, that is the lower viewing area. The one that everybody parks at. But you can see it from here, so obviously you'll be able to see there or hear from there. We could see from here over there, they could see from over there over here, but you still have this fog cloud layer kind of blocking everything. So obviously once it gets in the air, we're not going to be able to see much. But I keep forgetting. The thingy broke. I was going to throw you guys back in the thingy, but the thingy broke. So we don't have enough time to get out there. So now no, don't say secret spot, babe. It's just Old Faithful. Yeah, I know what my wife wants. Christen pits. Come on, Chris. Open a damn christen pits up here. Yeah, see? Told you. Christen pits. Yeah, we go to the Bellflower one. Downey's all right. Bellflower is the original. So, well, not the original, but that's the one that we like going to. I agree with you, Oscar. We probably should put together some sort of group to go meet up and watch one of those. I need to put together a group meetup for out here. Well, thank you, JC. I appreciate that. Living vicariously through us on here. Oh, somebody in Bakersfield watching. Thank you for watching. Appreciate it. Don't forget, folks, comment where you're watching from, how you found out about us. Don't forget to hit the like, subscribe, share, tell all your friends. And let everybody know about Vandenberg rocket launches. As far as I know, the only West Coast live feed of rockets. And I mean my own. I don't go and use SpaceX's live feed or anything like that. I'll be right back. All right. We got 30 minutes to go. That'll give us enough time to cruise the spots, at least down here. And we're on Central, so we still got a little bit of room to go till we hit Union Chuga. Right? What do we got? 20 28 minutes, 29 minutes. I can do the loop in 15, which will leave us about 12 minutes to go till launch. When we get out to Old Faithful. When I first started doing the Facebook videos and kind of the YouTube thing, Old Faithful is where I would go all the time because it has the perfect angle to watch strong back retract. It's secluded for the most part. Oh, look at this superhero. Just stopped on the side of the road. Granted, there's nobody coming, but like, what are they doing? Eating a banana, staring at his phone. Oh, there's a banana in the tailpipe. Most people won't get that one. There's a movie line. Name that movie. Could start doing that too. I know cheesy movie lines. Some of them anyways. See, don't be like these people, folks. Look at this dumbass just sitting in the street. Just park on the dirt. Don't park so you're half-ass in the street. Come down here. Park in this parking lot. I don't know about people sometimes, man. Like they... Anyways. Damn. Why is everybody parked down here today? This is the corner of Union, Sugar, and Ocean. Lisa, you got a shit ton of people in your road. I'm telling you, you need to put a chain link up across the driveway. Man, I wonder why everybody's right there. Don't get me wrong, they're pulled off the road, so it's kind of nice. But I don't know. That was a nice group of cars there. If you look off over here to screen right, you can see some blue sky starting to appear over there. It looks a little thinner in front of us, like it's could be burning off slightly. I don't know, it usually goes the other way, from inland to offshore, instead of offshore to inland. Because behind me it looks a little thicker, and in front of me it looks a little brighter. And you think it would be reversed, since the sun is rising in the east behind us, you think it would burn off quicker over there. But it doesn't seem to be happening that way today. We're going to go do another drive out, make the U-turn at the road closure. And then we'll head out to, I guess you could say my favorite spot, Old Faithful. Uh-oh. Security forces. Road closed ahead. Police officer is probably going to be like, this guy again? He was here an hour ago. See, who knows? My luck, security forces is waiting for me. Oh, he's using his radar. He's using his gator. Looking to see who's here. Get myself in trouble some of these comments I like to say. Off-road we go. I thought last time I came out here that this RV up here was here for the launch. Doesn't look that way now. It looks like they're living out here. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Pablo to come out here. There's a couple vehicles out here besides this RV. Like I said, I think this RV is living out here now, because this is what, a week and some days since the last time I was out here and saw them. They could be just out here to watch the rocket launches, but yeah, screw it. Oh, I've been seeing this truck around. Several spots. Very distinctive paint job on it. Got a good whiff of my Italian garlic. It smells so good. Uh-oh. Let me see. What does it look like right here? Nah, we're gonna keep going. A little bit more. All right. Old Faithful. I've been coming to this spot for years now. Literally years to watch rocket launches. A second, I gotta get it, because we're down to 18 minutes to go. 18 minutes for booster 1088's 17th launch, the 43rd launch of the year, the 8th for this month, and that'll be the most launches in a month for SpaceX from Vandenberg. I was going to write it down, but I forgot. It was my grandson's birthday yesterday. So I did a good cheat card, but I left some stuff out because we were messing around. Interesting. Well, the good thing is, with that RV and the truck and those two cars out on the down on Renwick, at least people are parked at the end of Union Sugar. was kind of, I don't want to say odd, but especially with this not being a return to sender, and the road is open all the way to 13th Street. It's like, why is everybody parked way over here? Huh. Usually you can see the booster really good from right here, but it's a little hazy. No microphone. This is the area that I really want to get the 600 millimeter lens for, because this little area, it's in that nice in-between zone where I'm a little bit too far for my 250. I don't want to say to get a good shot, because I do get good shots from here, but I think it would kind of be, it'd kind of be a little cooler to have that 600 millimeter lens and then really be able to zoom in on the rocket as it crests. Perfect. Hang on, folks. Let me let that settle. And then we'll put this, try to get it right above, right in the center of the screen. Hang on. So you see that group of trees that starts on the left side of the screen and goes to the right? Oh, come on. Okay, well, if you follow that ridge line from screen left, seeing telephone, that blue line, that is the booster on Slick 4 with the strong back still upright, holding it up. Why is this shaking so much? Usually doesn't shake that much. Are we tightening down? Yeah. 14 minutes to go, folks. We got 14 minutes to go. So in about 10 minutes, I'll probably leave you guys zoomed in like that. Oh, man. See? Now looking over toward that way. Looking south. Turn slowly. You see the blue sky over there? So over that ridge line and everything is Jalama Beach. Not saying that it's clear out there, because last time I checked the webcams, it was starting to clear up, but you still got all this fog layer over the top. But the further you look east, the grayer it gets and the hazier it gets. Now, you got the sun trying to peek through right there, burning the fog off, which is a nice thing. Hopefully it'll clear up some more. Found a spot down here. All right. forgot my water. I'm taking when I go out. Uh-oh. Morning, Eddie. Don't forget, folks, we're almost to 10 minutes. We're a little under 12 minutes to go till launch. So don't forget to comment where you're watching from. Hit that like button, subscribe, share, tell all your friends. Go to 805.life/launches. Sign up for the email list so you can get informed of when the next launch is and be updated on any changes. Oh yeah, I forgot. Gregory's from LA too, so he knows some good spots. The web watch duty app. Huh? Go to my watch duty app. Oop. Then I go close out. There's the Dangermon cam right there. There's Lompoc. There is the Harris grade cam. You go over here to Dangermon. No, not camera 1. You want to go to camera 2. Come on. Come on. And then this map comes up. Oh, shit. Hang on. Let me get it up. Then you got the Dangermon cam come up. And then you just hit the little play button. And it'll show you. You can go to Harris grade cam number 2. And that gives you the shot from there. And then the other one I go to is the Jalama Beach Surfline cam. And that's another one you can go to and see what that camera is at Jalama Beach. And if you know what you're looking at, that camera shot is usually pretty hazy. They don't clean that lens as much as they should. And it's above the Jalama Beach store. So it's kind of a pain in the ass to get to for somebody to clean it. Sorry, we got to get the cameras matched up. All right, that's pretty good. You can kind of see it a little bit better now. There's the end of the tree line center screen. If you follow that ridge line from screen left to screen right, that next little, it's going to be right above my finger when it zooms out. That black thing right there, that is booster 1088 on the pad being held up. Usually at 3 minutes to go, strongback starts to retract. I've noticed the last couple launches, it started a little bit before that. So within the next few minutes, we should see something start to happen. No, that's not going to help. Oh, wait. Are we falling? Are we falling and we can't get up? It's a little breezy out here today, folks. Not too bad. Just breezy enough. Booster 1088 17 launch, the 43rd launch of the year, the 8th launch for the month. 1088 last flew June 3rd, 24 days ago. Which, okay, I find this interesting. Think about this. 20, let's say 25 technically if you go for calendar day. In late June 5th. Then got loaded on a barge Depending whether or not there was already a booster there ready to go, it could have had to wait for another few days for the next booster to get launched, because they usually load 2 of them up on the barge with some fairing halves. They barge them up to the boathouse, the loading dock on the very south end of base, and then they load it on to a trailer, or they maybe it's already on a trailer, I'm not sure, but either way they loaded it and then they brought it back to the pad. So in refabbed, got it back over to Slick 4 to be stacked with the second stage, the satellite, the fairings and all that, and now it's rolled out on the pad. This is going to be the 13th launch of Starlink missions for this booster, which is also launched NRO L-126, Transporter 12, a Sphere X Punch mission, and NRO 57. And this will be the 171st day of the year, the 22nd week of the year. As of right now, that puts SpaceX at 4.1 days between launches. Vandenberg itself is 3.9 days between launches. That includes the one Firefly and the one Minotaur mission we had earlier this year. And I found this interesting. My son and I were talking, I was doing the notes, and we're down to 5 minutes. So if you watch that black dot out there, it's going to be hard because you can't see the booster real good, but you'll see the strongback start retracting here in a second. In 2024, Vandenberg launched a total of 47 rockets. If today's goes, this will be 43. So we're 4 away from the total number of launches out of Vandenberg in 2024. In 2025, we were 60 something away. 60 one goes, we're 23 away from the total amount of launches launched from Vandenberg in 2025. And technically, we're not even halfway through the year yet. We still got a few more days to go. And we're over half of what we shot up in 2025. And we're 4 away from what we shot up in 2024. So that number just keeps rolling. There's 194 days left this year. 4.1 days between launches puts, you add that to the 41 that SpaceX, we still have 5 more approved return to senders. Whenever we have a return to sender, typically the next launch on the drone ship is 2 days after a return to sender, because we don't have to wait for the barge to come back in and go back out. It's already been in, unloaded. Oh, I don't know if you guys can see it too well, but the strongback is retracted. We're down to 2 minutes and 45 seconds to go till launch. You can kind of see it better on the Z50. You can't see it really well. Here, hang on. Let me check something. Oh, that's a little bit better. Move around a little bit. But that little black dot in between those power poles out there is the strongback that has retracted. So, with the 5 approved RTLSs that we still have left to go, there is a chance we'll be like at 95 launches. SpaceX was approved for 100 launches this year. Excuse me. So with those 5 return to senders, and if you add the 2 days of oh, I see purge going on. So we're getting close. I see purging going on. But if you add those days, we're going to be really close to 100 launches this year, just for SpaceX. I think if you add the Minotaur and the Firefly, we should be there at 100. And if we have another Firefly go, which there's nothing on the calendar at this point, but if we do have another Firefly go, then there is a possibility that we will hit 100. Well, for Vandenberg, not for SpaceX. But yeah, you can kind of tell how the strong back is retracted now. Why is this shit shaking? Nothing's moving. Oh, I just screwed it up. Dumbass. Okay, that's right there. That's right there. We'll just leave it like that, I guess. Now let's zoom out. Let's zoom out, because hopefully there's going to be a nice plume from the pad this morning. Leave it right about there. We're 15 seconds away, folks. Don't forget, and as soon as you see the little orange logo, that like button. Even if you've already hit it again. Toggle it off and on a few times. There it goes. Hit that like button, folks. And there it went. Oh, I didn't even hit the take a picture button. Oh well. We're going to leave you guys right there because we're going to lose it in the fog for a minute. And then we might get it back. Losing it in the fog, folks, so we'll just point you back at the pad. You can watch the plume. Once again, thanks for joining us. Don't forget to hit that like, subscribe, share, tell all your friends, turn your notifications on, and enjoy the show. Don't forget to comment where you're watching from. That one was kind of interesting. It was a real loud rumble for the first minute or so, and then it kind of died off. We still got the rumble, but usually that crackle-lack-a-lacking happens for a little while longer. And there goes all the smoke. Some of that is steam. You have to remember that they dump thousands of gallons of water on the pad to help suppress the noise and help the concrete under the pad not crack because of the heat and the pressure from the engines. Wait, where are we at? I've never eaten at Northwood, Greg. All the years I lived down there. Moose Turd, thanks for joining us, buddy. Welcome back. Where'd it go? Sandy Inez is watching. Oh, Charles in Las Vegas is watching. San Fernando Valley. can still kind of hear a rumble out here, but it's too faint for you guys to hear, I would imagine. Oh, she isn't. Karma is not scared. She's pissed off because she knows Dad's out here watching a rocket launch and she's stuck at home. Don't mention earthquake, Eddie. There's been major earthquakes all over the world in Southern California. Theirs. To Northern California, they got there, they had a 5.6. But Northern California is known for their earthquakes. Southern California is not. Well, Southern California is known for their big earthquakes. When I grew up in LA back during the 80s, I went through the Whittier Narrows earthquake. I went through the Northridge earthquake. And then there was like 2 or 3 smaller earthquakes, like 4-pointers, 5-pointers that I lived through. And then the Ridgecrest earthquake a few years back, the 7.1. My wife's all up on, oh, we got to go see Toy Story 5. I ain't going to no damn movie theater. When we went to go see Toy Story 4, her and my son are really into the Toy Story movies, so they wanted to go see 4 when it came out in the movie theater. We're sitting there, and my chair starts swaying. I look over at my son, and he looks over at me, and about the same time we say, are you moving my chair? No. My wife had to go to the bathroom, so she went not running, but she went to go to the bathroom, and the whole time she was walking there, we were in the middle of an earthquake. Our daughter lives in Vegas, and she called us almost immediately. Did you feel it? Like, no, we were in the movie theater. So, yeah, I don't want to go back to the movies and watch Toy Story 5. With my luck, there'll be another earthquake. Well, folks, unfortunately, the clouds moved over last night, kind of blocked our view. Looking around on the webcams, it was kind of hard determining where to go because there was this layer of clouds over the area, and I really didn't want to blow all my new PayPal money to drive to the top of Refugio and get above the clouds. Plus, I kind of wanted to be close to the launch today. Even though I forgot to take pictures, I just recorded it. Thank you again for watching, folks. Yeah, that Northern California earthquake, it was kind of funny because I was on the phone with my best friend, and he says, oh, wait, I'm getting an earthquake warning. Oh, wait, what? And then about 20 minutes later, I get a thing on my phone saying that Northern California had a major earthquake. Granted, I don't think 5 is major. When you grew up during the Whittier Narrows earthquake and the Northridge earthquake, anything below a 6 is just an earthquake. Once you get above 6, then it's a big earthquake, because that's a whole lot of shaking going on. All right, folks. Thanks for joining us. I really appreciate it. Hit that like button. Leave a comment. Don't forget to hashtag World Cup. Mention your favorite team. America, USA, Mexico, and Austria. Well, look, let's look off toward the east now. Now it's starting to brighten up. The sun is starting to burn everything off. Nope, thank you, Eagle. Out here live streaming this crap, and the boosters already landed on the drone ship. Kind of amazing when you think about it. It only takes 8 minutes, 8.5 minutes for that thing to leave the pad, make it out to, I don't want to say the middle of the Pacific Ocean, but the edge of the Pacific Ocean, and then land on the drone ship. And I don't know how long it sits there before it starts moving back toward Long Beach. I would assume it would be pretty quick. You know, I don't know. I don't think they drop anchor. I think they just let the thing float with some like stabilizers on it so it stays pretty much in one spot. And then it lands, and then they hook it up to a tugboat, and then they bring it back to Long Beach, and then they got to bring it back up here. Yup, moose turd to space and back in 8 minutes. It's kind of amazing. But all right, folks, thanks for tuning in. Here, let's check real quick before we say goodbye. Let's head over to let me find it. What was that? The next California launch is going to be July 1st. Window opens at 7 p.m., closes at 11 p.m. That's why you got to turn your notifications on, folks. I never know when I'm going live. This isn't a scheduled day of the week, time of the day thing. This is whenever SpaceX decides, hey, we're going to launch. I decide to go live a couple hours before it. So make sure you turn your notifications on so you could see what's going on. And the next launch is only going to be the 7th launch for that booster, so it's one of the 1100s. Either 1100 or 1103. And I think 1103 just flew. Well, no, because that was the 5th. That was the 5th launch for 1103, the last return to sender it had, which was the 19th. Maybe it's ready. They didn't have to barge it up here. It's already here. But for now, we're calling it a day. Until next time, well, thank you for watching. Don't forget to hit the like, subscribe, share, tell all your friends. If you want to donate, PayPal. What is it? PayPal.me or whatever /Vandenberg Rockets. And until next time,